Michel Barnier has warned Britain and the European Union must still overcome fundamental divergences if they are to secure a post-Brexit trade deal. The Brussels diplomat said he would resume online negotiations with UK counterpart Lord Frost after being forced into self-isolation. He said, after technical discussions this weekend, negotiations continue online today with Lord Frost and our teams. Time is short. Fundamental divergences still remain, but we are continuing to work hard for a deal. Both sides were forced to end face-to-face talks last week after a member of EU's negotiation team tested positive for coronavirus. They were making progress but struggling to find agreements on the most contentious issues of future fishing rights and common standards, including state aid rules. UK and EU officials believe the talks are close to a breakthrough with time running out to find an agreement. Some think a deal could be unveiled early next week after a discussion between Prime Minister Boris Johnson and EU Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen. Negotiators have just 5 weeks to broker an agreement before the end of the transition period on December 31. Parliament, EU member states and the European Parliament are also expected to rubber stamp any Brexit trade deal before it can enter into force. Mr. Barnier is expected to travel to London after his period of self-isolation ends later this week. A number of possible compromises could be tabled this week in an attempt to get a deal across the line. EU diplomats believe a concession by Downing Street on the so-called level playing field would enable the bloc to stage a climb down on fisheries. But Number 10 insists it will not sign up to any agreement that hinders Britain taking back control of its laws, borders and fishing grounds. Must read, Scottish fishermen hit out at EU over demands to concede to Barnier. Rishi Sunak yesterday insisted the government must not sell out in order to seal a Brexit deal in the coming days. The Chancellor said the coronavirus pandemic is a bigger threat to the economy than a failure to reach an agreement with Brussels. Mr. Sunak said, "We are making progress in the talks and I remain hopeful that we can reach resolution."